Hi everyone, it's Gazimov again with another Star Wars The Old Republic video. This one's going to be talking about world bosses, so let's get straight into it. The world boss I'm going to show you today is SD-0. He's on Coruscant and he's a fair distance back in the galactic market. So this is a kind of level 13 to 15 area. You can see that I'm playing a level 13 Vanguard in this particular case. Some world bosses you can just wander around and discover them, like SD-0 here. Other world bosses you come across a blue item lying on the ground that you can interact with, and clicking on it will spawn the summonable boss. The great thing is that pretty much every zone has a world boss of some description that you can find and attack, and it's always going to be level appropriate for the people that are questing there. Now this doesn't mean that end game players or level 50 players can't help out with doing these world bosses, but because they don't drop level 50 gear, you're not going to be getting people running up and just farming them all the time. It's really designed to be something that the people that are the right level can do. The other thing is that world bosses do have a one-shot mechanic, as you can just see there, where you've got players who are wandering around and they will just instantly get one-shotted. The fantastic thing about world bosses rather than instance bosses or flashback bosses is that you can get people who can stay out of combat and just run around resurrecting people. And here you've got me being revived by an out of combat reviver. Unfortunately, our out of combat reviver dies shortly afterwards, but you get the idea. You can also, if you die, go and get respawned at the medical centre and then run back, and there's nothing at all to stop you from doing that apart from the health of the boss, obviously. Right, let's speed things up here a little bit. From what I've seen, world bosses generally require a full flashpoint sized group of people, so that's 24 people in total, which is a fairly hefty group. You can get flashpoints which require just 8 or 16 players, but for this one we're going with the full Monty of 24. And as you can see, he does chew through a fair few people, especially if they're the right level for this particular world boss. You're going to end up with a lot of corpses on the floor. There are some tactics that you can use for world bosses. You can, if you dig around on YouTube, you'll find those without too much trouble at all. Particularly if you have a look on TOR Head, they're usually listed there as well, and on R2DB, so worth checking both of those places out if you're looking for particular tactics for world bosses. But if you've got a full group of 24, you're more than likely going to be able to zerg them. Now we're just about to finish this boss, and you can see we gain 457 experience for killing the boss. We gain 660 experience for the codex entry, so world bosses do have a codex entry as well. And there's some loot as well. Now here you can see we've got some level 15 prototype quality loot, so that's pretty good stuff. That's the equivalent of World of Warcraft epics, and they're probably well worth having if they're right for you. But as you can see, apart from the codex entry and a little bit of experience, there's not much in there for the level 50s. There's no reason to say they can't help out, but it's probably not going to be their cup of tea anyway. Anyway, I hope that's been interesting for you. World bosses definitely worth doing, definitely worth trying to get a group together for. They're not around all the time, so keep your eye out for them and try and do them where you can. I've been Gazimov, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will be back with more Star Wars The Old Republic videos soon. Goodbye.